Hey guys, this episode is a bonus episode for you. I'm outside with the birds and I am recording on my phone because what needs to happen sometimes is just action and getting out of your head and all the tech and all of the things that kind of make it to where you just want everything to be perfect. So messy and done is what we're going for today. So bear with me with the audio for sure. And I just wanted to tell you, so some things have been popping up, and I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but sometimes it's like, almost like, think about when you get a new car and you see all that car, you see a certain type of car, and then you start seeing it everywhere. And so I've been really thinking about how in the world to build community and for people to be seen, not focusing on a big number of people to grow your community or your audience, but really going deep and knowing the struggles and the headspace of where your person is, where your person that you're going to serve is at, so that you can serve them. And so that you can do it in an authentic way. I think that we get so focused on growing our groups and growing our following and more, and then the large number. And this has happened to me too, that we forget that even if you help one, but really deep, you could actually make more revenue or have more fulfillment than if you surface level helped, 100. I want you guys to obviously grow your following and to have all of the things, on your big audience and all that. But really what I want you to do is slow down to speed up by digging deep. And so today I'm going to tell you the secret behind turning strangers into super fans and some tactical tips to build your community. Let's go. Welcome back to the Multi-Passionate Mompreneur podcast, where we choose to focus our energy, embrace our strengths, and move toward the compelled businesswomen we were meant to be. It's time to free ourselves from the chaos and the constant stream of ideas and build a life of impact and joy that honors our hard stuff, that makes meaning of our losses, and that helps us to make an impact in the world. It's time to finally take our power back and gain the follow-through that we've been desperately needing, while also learning to leave the swirl behind. I'm Angel McElhaney, motherless daughter, self-discovery junkie, and not so master juggler of my crazy crew. And I believe you can have it all. So put down that to-do list, grab that coffee, and let's get to work, one day at a time, together. All right, guys, so today, the secret behind turning strangers into super fans and the tactical tools to build your community. We're going to get rid of this idea that we need to have these large numbers, that we need to have the giant group before we can use the knowledge that we have to share with it. I want you today to commit to really, put your hand up and promise me you will show up to your business and to your groups and to your stories and to your clients as if you have a 3,000 person following in your group. The problem is we look at that small number and we want to have we want to speak directly to our avatar. So maybe we don't want to just have like 800 people of the people that are not our avatar or our person to serve. We actually want to have a fewer number of people that are more deeply engaged. And the reason that is because Facebook, with the algorithms and, all the things, we want these people to see your post. And so that's really important that you know exactly who the person is and that you don't have a bunch of fillers. And I know that this can be kind of like you almost need to have this mentality that you have the group already and that you're grateful for it and that you serve in a way that is what you're going to have. And I know that sounds so backwards and maybe even a little woo-woo, but stick with me here. All right, so the first tip I have for you is that you need to care, guys. This is only going to work if you take yourself out of it for a moment and think about, did you post that for yourself? Were you trying to just get a sale? Were you trying to just get someone to respond back to you in a way so that you could eventually make money off of them? I want you to think about really authentically helping them. Like, how can you serve them and learn from them so that you can really develop a skill set? And you're going to learn through all of this. So you need to authentically care. And yes, that does mean showing up in the groups and making friends and going in the DMs, because that is where the depth goes. It's going to happen in your Facebook groups. It's also going to happen in the DMs. Okay. So if you're not taking time to reach out to people and to really dig into the DMs, in your business, then you're missing out. And yes, I do want you to set some boundaries, and I don't want you to spend 10 hours on social media or anything, but I want you to make a timer maybe, and whenever you are planning that time to go in, that you're going to go in and that you're going to connect, and then you're going to get out. That's the way to kind of get rid of the chaos, but also still have that connection. Number 2, I want you to stick and stay. So this might seem super obvious, but you will get any goal that you have in your life or in your business if you just stick and stay. Now, me, I get shiny object syndrome, and now there's an airplane passing by, so this is messy, all right? So I just want you to tell you that what I need you to do is to just like get through that mundane part where you have to just show up and do the same thing every day. It's not as fun. Starting new projects, that's fun. You know, like doing some new program or buying the new thing you want to learn and getting super in depth in that, and you know, like the input, that's all fun. Okay. But what's not that fun is like, okay, you decided that you want to do this. Then you need to show up in this way and have consistency and stick and stay. And that's not always as fun. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is just put your head down and do the stick and stay part and have consistency, and make sure that you are staying true to that. And so sometimes that might look like you are even just working on your own habits and your own morning routines and your own like things that you're telling people to do. And this is straight back to me too, guys, because this happens to me too. So I want you to make sure that you are doing that. So are you telling people one thing and not taking the time to actually do it? And so part of that might be that you are just scaling back, that you are maybe focusing on just a few things, but deeper. Okay. So there's that again. Okay. All right. And then the third one is I want you to be a human. And so I know this goes back kind of to the care piece, but recently, especially in your groups, there's a couple things that I want you not to do, and there's something that I want you to do. All right. So say you start a group and you go live and you want people to show up. You want people to engage with your content, and you want them to just, you know, like, you want your time valued, and I get that, okay? But what I want you to do is show up as if there's 3,000 people and give that content and share it. One strategy you could do is for sure, like if it's something so broad, is to post it onto your actual page and share it into your group. Another more intimate way is to actually go live in your group. You could make an event so that people are aware of this, so that you can kind of build it over time. Sometimes that messes with you though, because you're like, oh, well, only one person RSVP'd to my event. The thing is it still will notify them. But there's a couple things in groups that I want to tell you that annoy the crap out of me. So maybe they do you too. And this has caused me to leave groups that otherwise I would have stayed in. Number 1, people that change the name of the title of the group a lot so that I am notified that it happened. So what happens with Facebook is if you change the name of the group, it'll notify everyone in that group that it has changed. So a lot of people will do this. It might be helpful, obviously, if you're switching it to like a 5-day challenge for that period. Some people make a separate group for their 5-day challenges. Other ones just change the name of the group, which is a great tactic for growing the group, because there might be some flies on the wall in that group that can still benefit from the content. But even if you do it it's not as frequent. But if you're frequently going in and changing the name, then that could be something that's really annoying to your people in there. And so they might leave. Another thing that is really annoying is if you say you go live and then at that night, and this has actually happened to me recently, and you tag everyone in the video, okay? People want to be individual and they want to be unique and they want to be heard. So when you tag 30 people in a post, then what that's telling them is I'm just a number to you. Like I'm not, like, you know, you are just trying to get me to consume your content. Whereas if you really want me to see that, maybe send me an individual message or, you know, a voice DM or something like that. All right, so that's 2 things that I do not want you to do in groups. And then the next one I want you to do, I want you to actually do. And so what this is I want you guys to start, yes, voice DMs are amazing. And you guys know I'm a podcaster, so I love voice. I mean, you don't see my dark circles from Theo waking up from 3 to 4 last night. Like, oh my gosh, all the coffee today. But if you can get face to camera, either in your stories, but also face to camera in a DM video, you could actually here's my secret tip, is to make a video welcoming your new followers or new friends and send it to them in the DMs so that one, you know they're going to click on it because people are so nosy. Like, gotta love them. I'm the same way. I would click on it. And so they're going to click on it. And it's just basically an authentic message where you're saying, hey, I would love to connect. Tell me a little bit about your business or what, tell me about yourself. Like, you are making a new friend. And so I want you to think about that for sure. And then especially in Instagram, have any of you ever posted like a poll or something in Instagram or had a little box where people can comment? So say I ask a question and it's saying yes or no or something like that. Or there's a box where it's like, tell me something that you did this weekend. Well, what I've noticed is there are certain type of bot people out there that are they're spamming me on that little area. They're not answering the question, which is the smart thing to do because, hello, if you interact with my content, I'm going to write you back. But they are just spamming me like, you should check out this, you should check out that. They're just thinking about themselves, okay? And so that's super, like, it's just sleazy, okay? And then the other thing that I think that people are doing that could be amazing is sending that video instead. So like, say I follow someone or someone follows me and I check out their page, and yeah, I might, like, if we have like, and if we could make a good friendship or connection in business, then I would follow them back. But I definitely will if they send me a voice DM or a video. If you send me a video or a voice DM, you know that I'm going to want to have that. I have that curiosity. So how can you build the curiosity to where people want to get to know you or see you? And that for sure is the secret that I want to share with you today on how to build strangers to super fans, and also to build your community. Because what this is going to do is make it to where people know you because they've seen your face, they've heard your voice, and now of course they're going to read the copy in your content, and they're more likely to listen to your podcast, to go into your group, to really learn about all the things that you're doing. So I hope this was helpful for you. I know this episode was so messy, but I'm sorry. But let me know if it added value for you, and then shoot me a message over there, shoot me a DM, practice that video, and go and send it to me over on social media. My Instagram handle is Angel McElhaney. Check out the show notes for that crazy last name. And then if you would like more tips like this or anything like that, join our free Facebook community. It's called Multi-Passionate Mompreneur. I have tips in there. I have mindset work. We can do self-discovery stuff. It's all free and it's all for you. It's definitely a way for you guys to kind of gather the community that we need. And so especially when you are in it in the business and you're juggling all the things, it can be really hard because people don't understand. Maybe your husband doesn't understand. Maybe, he thinks that you're doing this passion project that's like not making money yet. Or maybe, he sees it as like a time that you're taking away from things that you ultimately could be pouring your time into. Whenever we know that this is going to be a bigger thing because you had the calling and you are saying yes to it. And I love that. I love it when people leap. That belief that happens, that like energy, because when it comes down to it, guys, it is all energy. And so how are you putting energy into your business and into these strangers so that they can become, super fans, so that they can know you and so they can connect. And when it comes down to it, it's all about connection. So connection with yourself, connection with the world, and with others. I know you guys are going to use this to make a big impact, and I'm so excited to see what you do. Check me out over on social media. Let's connect over there. And until next time, I want to wish you joy and abundance. Angel.